Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you joined me today. So today our peak pose, or the pose we're going to be working up to, is going to be seated and standing warrior two. So to begin, let's come forward in our chair a little bit and close your eyes. Allow your hands to just connect to your legs, connect to your breathing. And as we take our class today, as always, honor your body. Just take those poses to where it feels good in your body. Letting go now of the outside world. Turning inward, making this time all about you and just for you. Not consuming yourself with anything else that you have to do. This time is set aside to recharge in your body and your mind. So from here, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, allow your chin to drop down to the center of your chest. And just take a few rounds of breath there. And start to feel the back of the neck expanding. Start to release our tension. We hold a lot of tension in the back of our neck and in our shoulders. And then from there, start to windshield wipe your chin. So allow your chin to trace your collarbone over to your one shoulder with a little lift. And then we're going to reverse that for the other side. So it traces a little lift. And then coming back, lifting, and other side, and lifting. And then tracing back to the center of the chest, and from there we're going to find a circle around. So just circling the head around. And then we're going to circle it the opposite direction. Keeping the chin down. And then from there, big inhale all the way back up. From here, take a big breath in on your slow exhale. Allow your head to turn all the way to one shoulder. And then coming back to center, take a big breath in, exhale, turn your head all the way to the opposite shoulder. And coming back to center. From there, allow the eyes to reopen. Take the hands to the side of the head, so allow the fingertips to attach to the head. And from there, we're going to take a gentle twist. We want to make sure we're nice and tall. Exhale as we twist. Inhale back to center. Allow the elbows to point forward. Round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, come back up. Open the elbows back up. Sitting tall, twist the opposite way. Come back to center. Elbows forward, tuck and round. Lift back up, elbows out. Make sure we're sitting tall. Take a tilt to the side. Come back up, elbows forward, tuck and round. Come back up, elbows out, find a tilt. Come back up, tuck and round. And then draw the body back up, expand out to the sides of the arms and let them float down. Take a big breath in for a circle to the sky. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, slide the hands up the lap, find a half rise. Exhale, release down. Grab your right ankle. Slide up as you do. Allow that leg to come up with a little gentle hug into the chest. And then we're going to find an expansion of the leg, expansion of the arms. Then we're going to bend the knee, lift the arms back up. Take an exhale, refolding to the earth. Take an inhale for a half lift. Take an exhale back to the earth. Grabbing our left ankle, slide up. Find that expansion out. Arms up, knee lifts. Exhale down to the earth. Take a breath in and out here. And then circle sweep to the sky. Exhaling, arms down. From there, we're going to find a circle through the arms. Circle one direction. Spine stays tall. And then circle the other way. Come back to center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, and hold this fold. Coming down, holding it. Inhaling, half lifting. Exhaling, releasing. And then circle, sweeping up. Releasing down. So we're going to work on opening our leg and opening our hip up a little bit. So scooting back midway in your chair. We're going to hug up the right leg. And we're going to allow the left hand to hold it in place as we take the right arm out and allow that arm to swoop out to the side. And hold. So we're opening our leg up a little bit, preparing it for our warrior. And come back in. And then we're going to find an expansion of that leg with the arm 3 times. Expand, close. Expand, close. One more time. Expand and close. Bring that foot down. And the other side. Hugging the other leg up. Holding with the opposite hand. Swooping out. So we're getting into that hip flexor a little bit. Opening it up, preparing it for our warrior. Come back in, expand, connect, expand, connect, expand, and connect. Bringing the feet down to the earth, scoot forward in the chair. We're going to do a little opening, like a gate. So, 2 choices. You can keep your foot on the earth and you can just allow the toe to swoop from side to side, or you can lift the knee up and allow the foot to hover above the earth. So the hovering, of course, is getting a little more because we're making that leg work more on its own, but you do what feels good to you. So on the toe of the right foot, opening it and closing it. My left leg's not going to move. My shoulders aren't going to move. My spine's not moving. Just that leg is opening up to where it feels good and coming in. Other side, lift on the toe, find that extension. And in, extend. In, extend, in, extend, and in. Now we're going to come into seated warrior 2, and then we're going to come into it standing. And I really want you to notice the difference in your body between, it's the same pose, but noticing how it feels a little bit different if we're seated in our chair than if we're up on the earth. So we are on the chair. We're going to find the corner, not the side of the chair, but the corner. So I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to open it up to the side. And as soon as I did that, my pelvis and torso took about a half turn. So now I am lined up with my heart and my rib cage instead of to my thigh, the corner of my chair. Now my right leg, I have a choice. I can keep this knee bent with the toes facing forward. But if I want to and if it feels good to me to get a little deeper stretch on that inner leg and hip, I can straighten that knee, and I'm going to take that leg out a little bit, back. Now my left arm's going to come forward and my right arm's going to reach back. And again, my heart and my rib cage are lined up to that corner of the chair, not turned to either leg. And I'm going to look out beyond the back of my left hand. And I look back at my right arm and I see, is it level with this one? Because a lot of times what will happen is this. This happens with that back arm. So I try to activate through that back arm. I try to have it out from my shoulders. I try to have them level if that's available in my body. And from here, I breathe. 2 full sets of breath. And then I'm going to take my left elbow and I'm going to bend it. And I'm going to have my palm up. And I'm going to allow that forearm to connect to my thigh. I'm going to flip my back palm up. I'm going to hinge down on that thigh. And I'm going to let that back arm reach across my body. And now I feel that deep, deep stretch from my fingertips all the way down that extended leg. Gaze is forward. Then I'm going to use my next inhale to help my body spiral back up. From there, I pull my extended leg in and I bring my left leg in. I'm back facing the front again. Now I'm going to take that same flow on the other side. So I'm going to step out with my right leg. My left leg, now I have that choice. And remember, sides of your body are different. Maybe it feels good to do something on one side, but then when you turn, it doesn't feel so good. So again, honoring your body, either a bent knee or a straight knee. Right arm forward now, and left arm back. Heart and rib cage are lined up to that corner of the chair. I have to turn my head a little bit to look out across the back of that right hand. And again, as I take my cycles of breath, I check that back arm. I make sure that back arm's still lifted up. So warriors are strengthening poses in our body. They're activating a lot of muscles in your body. So you should feel this a little bit. It shouldn't feel You shouldn't feel strained, but it shouldn't feel like I'm not doing anything at all. And then that right elbow is going to bend. That back palm's going to flip up, and we're going to reach it across, forearm to thigh, finding that extension. Next inhale. Allow that inhale to help you come up. Inhale to rise. Releasing and pulling that leg in. From there, take a drink of water, and we're going to find a heel toe rocking, because we're going to get ready to stand up, and we're going to take Warrior Two standing. If it's not available in your body today to take Warrior Two standing, feel free to just come back to that chair position. We just did it. You just learned it. So you can always stay in your chair and just take it from your chair again. If you're going to come up, we're going to bring our body on up. Now, as always, please be beside or behind your chair, especially when I'm not in the space with you. So you can always come beside your chair here, and that way you can have one hand on your chair. Your arm won't be extended out, but if you need the security of the chair, it's there. And if not, even if your arm's extended out and you feel a little wobbly, you can drop your hand and it'll be right there on the chair. So that is where I want you to be, beside your chair. I'm going to start the pose here, but then I'm going to step out so you can see it a little better. But I want to start it here so you can see what I mean by extending out. So from there, we're going to find a wide leg. And you're going to take your legs open. A nice, wide stance. Think about making the letter V out of your legs. Now, you're beside your chair, so I want you to take your foot that is nearest your chair, and I want you to pivot it around so the toes face your chair and your knee faces your chair. But your hip bones and your rib cage are still going to face forward. Now, your outside arm is going to extend back like we did seated. Your inside arm is going to extend, and it's going to extend over your chair back. Then from there, taking your toes that are towards your chair, we're going to bend that knee. And we're going to make sure that that knee doesn't go beyond your toes, and ideally your knee is stacked right above your ankle. And then I'm going to look beyond my chair. My navel and rib cage are tucked in. My gaze is off to the back of my hand. My back arm's extended, level with my front arm if possible in my body. Now seated, we took a tilt forward. Standing, we're going to take a little tilt back. So I'm going to take my back hand, I'm going to let that palm connect to my back thigh. My front palm's going to lift up. And I want you to think of your palm as being a paintbrush. And you're going to paint the wall in front of you and a little bit of the ceiling. So paint that wall as that arm draws up a little bit on the sky, and then it stops right above you. Gazing up. And then taking that release back down, palm down, hold your chair if you need that stability, straighten that leg, toes forward, and then heel toe, everything back. Let's travel, other side of chair. Same thing, nice wide open leg. You can hold your chair for stability here if you need it. Turn your toes towards your chair. That knee faces the chair. Back arm reaches out. Front knee bends. We check our alignment. Do we see our knee? Do we see our toes beyond our knee? Is our knee stacked above our heel? Maybe release that chair. Hip bones, rib cage are forward. I'm going to look out across the back of my right hand now. Deep breaths. Finding stillness, finding stability in Warrior Two. Back hand drops down. Front palm lifts up. Imagine painting that wall in front of you a little bit up to the sky. Hold and breathe. Steady and still. And release. On back down. Hold your chair, straighten your leg, toes forward, and we heel toe in. From there, come behind your chair, so having your chair back in front of you. Arms down, coming to mountain, palms forward, thumbs out. Take an inhale for a circle to the sky. Take an exhale, allow your hands to come to your chair back, pressing your hips back. Take an inhale back up, arms reach up. Take an exhale into chair pose. So arms reach out about 45 degrees, knees bend. Inhale to the sky, exhale, forward fold. Coming up, taking a step forward through your right foot. Left leg back, left toes gently left. Bend your right knee and find a cactus arm. Now, if you need to hold that chair with one hand, then that's fine. When you take it to the other side, your other arm will be touching the chair. So we have a cactus arm here, warrior one. And then inhale to the sky. Exhale, press the arms away. Hold your chair as we step our feet back together. Press the hips back. Toes are facing forward here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Coming up, hold your chair. Left foot steps. Right leg is back, right toes right, bend our left knee, check your alignment. Take the inhale, back to cactus. Now remember, if you're holding your chair, take the opposite hand to that chair if that's possible for you today. Gazing straight ahead, abdomen is tight, navel's drawn in. We feel that weight underneath both feet. We inhale to the sky, exhale to chair. Feet step together, hips push back. From there, bend one knee, then the other. So pushing our opposite hip out, then the other hip, pedaling the feet. Then bring that to stillness and walk your feet up to your chair, standing tall, and come back to your seats. Taking that, drink of water again, if you would like another drink. Connecting to your breath, just settling back in. Maybe you feel your heart beating a little bit faster now that we took those rounds of warrior. So we're going to find seated gate pose. We're going to scoot all the way over toward the right side of our chair. We have a space on the left side. And we're going to extend our right leg straight out to the right. All your toes are facing forward. Taking your right hand to your extended leg, left arm reaches out, and then allow those fingertips to attach to your shoulder. From here, make sure you're sitting tall. On the exhale, finding a tilt to the right. That left elbow is going to reach up to the sky, and we take our gaze softly up. Hold and breathe. Next, inhale, come up. Hold your chair seat with left hand, right arm out, attach to shoulder. Find a gentle lean over to the left. Let that right elbow come up. Hold with your breath, flowing in and out. And coming up. Releasing, pulling our extended leg in, sliding over. Left leg extends out. Left hand to left leg. This time we're going to change things a little bit in the arm. So you can take that same position with fingertips to shoulder, or we can find a full extension of the arm reaching across. So doing what feels good in your shoulder. So we're going to take that right arm out. Choice A, we just did. Fingers to shoulder. Choice B here, we're going to reach all the way across our body with our arm. So you do what feels good and right in your body. Not feeling forced to take one pose over the other. Next inhale, we bring our body up. Same choices, fingertips to shoulder or reaching up. Find that exhale. Extending over with full arm or just elbow up. We sit nice and tall, so we want to find that lean just to the side, not a forward or back. Next inhale, bringing our body up and pulling our leg in. Come back in your chairs, and we're going to work our hands a little bit. Hands, we have to work them for our mobility, even if you have arthritis. I know it doesn't feel so good, but gentle movements, even if you have arthritis, are actually good and beneficial to the hands. So if you have arthritis, you might find a little bit not feeling so good, but take it to the extent that you can. Don't make it too painful, but the extent that you can in the movement. So we're going to allow our palms to face forward, and all we're going to do is circle our individual fingers. So I'm just going to allow my thumbs only to circle one way, and then I'm going to circle my thumbs, just my thumbs the other way. And then I'm going to circle just my index fingers. And then I'm going to circle just my index fingers the other way. Then just my second fingers. And then just my second finger the other way. And then just my ring. And the other way. Just a little finger. And the other way. Now I'm going to let my palms connect and I'm going to open it up just on the finger pads like I'm making a letter or a triangle. A triangle. Then from there I'm going to pulse. I'm going to press my finger pads into one another. And I'm going to feel this all the way up into my upper chest, into the muscles of my arms. So I'm strengthening here and I'm strengthening my fingers as I'm making my weight of pressing into one another work against the other side. And then I'm going to release and I'm going to close like a claw down and spring open. Closing, clawing in, spring apart. Close, clawing in, spring apart. And then just allow a wiggle to happen in all the hands. Now we're going to work our hands and then we're going to work our brain a little bit. So we're going to take our arms up and we're going to allow our thumbs to connect to our palm and then we're going to close our fingers over our thumb. Give it a little squeeze. Nothing too hard. And then release. Now close your forefingers and take your thumb and like your thumb is keeping your forefingers down. And release. And then close the thumb. And then the thumb closes the four fingers. Now we're going to work our brain. So working both sides of your brain at the same time is really good for your brain and all your cognitive memory, just all your cognitive skills in your brain. This is going to work that. So we work the right side and the left side of our brain at the same time. And it's challenging for the brain because the brain is kind of working, I say it's cardio for the brain. That's what I call these exercises. So the one hand, we're going to hide our thumb. The other hand, our thumb's going to be out. And then we're going to switch that around. Oops, I messed up already. And then we're going to try and speed it up. So you speed it up until you mess up. So keep watching your thumbs. One thumb should be hidden, one thumb should be out all the time. Once you mess up, you stop, kind of give the hands a shake, and then you take it slow again. And then you speed it up again. Whoops, I just messed up. So you speed it up until you would mess up again. And you're going to feel a tiring of the hands. You are working your hands. You're working that thumb joint. You're working your fingers. You are working from your hands all the way down to your elbow. You're working this entire forearm with this one. So it's a good one to do. And then just shake it, shake it, shake it out. Let's extend both legs out. Come on your heels. Take your hands to your thighs. Wrists are up by your torso. On the exhale, we're going to hinge forward and just allow those hands to slide to where they go. Not taking it too far, making sure we're not rounding the back here. Our back is nice and tall. Our crown is facing forward. Looking at our feet. And then take your hands to the outside of the legs as we slide our body back up. And then bending one knee and then the other. Finding ourselves scooting halfway back in our chair, sitting nice and tall. Simple seated twist, taking your arms out, palms face one another, thumbs up. On an exhale, we have a nice tall spine. Draw the arms to the right and let them float down. Take a round of breath here. Take the arms back out, come back to center. Make sure we're tall. Excuse me. Draw the arms to the left and let them float down. Take the arms back out, release at center, take them to the left, seated cat and till. Inhale, wrist draw in, shoulders drop back, gaze goes up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, palms to knees. Flow here, lifting on the in-breath, rounding on the out-breath. Lifting up, tucking in. Let's take two more. Flowing with your breath. Closing the eyes if that feels good. Coming back to center for a big inhale, lift. And an exhale to release. And then draw the body back up. Scoot back in your chairs and close your eyes. So we're going to work the muscles of our face with our eyes closed. So I want you to imagine you just tasted something very, very sour. Pucker up your lips, scrunch up your face, you didn't like it. And release. And feel how all the muscles of the face soften there. So we tightened everything up. And then as it releases, it just feels softer and lighter. And then from there, taking your mouth to the right side of your face. And then the left. And then center. And then keeping your eyes closed, circle your eyes clockwise once. And then counterclockwise once. And then come to stillness and draw the eyes to the right. And then to the left. And then just allow the eyes to rest centered in their eye sockets. And allow your teeth to slightly part. And allow your tongue to drop from the roof of your mouth. And from there, start to connect back to your breath and feel your face completely soften. Feel your forehead smooth. Feel the space between your eyebrows release. Feel the space around your eyes soften. Feel your jaw relax. Everything is loose and light on the face. And then start to feel the shoulders slowly melt away from the ears. Feeling the chest and abdomen gently, smoothly flowing with the breath. Feeling the arms and hands grow heavy. Feeling the back fully rest on your support of your chair. Feeling the legs heavy and the feet firmly connected to the earth. And here, we just allow all our focus to be on our breath. Our breath flowing in and flowing out of our body. Restful, peaceful, and at ease. And here is where we rest. If the mind starts to drift off, we just reconnect it back to the breath, gently. Saying inhale and exhale. Smooth and fluid. And then start to hear sounds inside the space you're in again. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Start to deepen the breath. And then slowly allow the hands to connect to your heart and allow the eyes to reopen. And I hope you all feel balanced and renewed in your bodies and in your minds. And as always, it's my joy and my honor to lead you in your yoga journey. Thank you all for being here today. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you feel good, and I hope you have a good, healthy, and safe day. Take care. Bye.